I'm going to give you a quick and dirty overview of MySpanishLab. I know you don't have much time today, so I'll try and hit the main points that I think would be most beneficial for you. So first, let's go and sign in. And from this page here, from this page, I just want to point out here that you have options to create either a program or a course. So as the coordinator, if you want all of the adjuncts to have the same course, the same assignments, the same outline for their course, you can create a program and then copy their courses from it. They also have a new feature that now allows you to make changes to that program, and it will flow down to all of those member courses as well. Or you can just create your course, and everyone can create their individual courses. So today I'm just going to show you one of those courses. So we'll open it up for Ariba. And this is the home screen, or what they call today's view, okay? A few things to point out on today's view. First of all is the calendar. So when the students log in, they see a calendar on the first page. And I see here, I have an assignment due Friday. As a student, all I really have to do is click on that clock. It will take me to my assignment, and I can go from there. Minimal navigation, minimal room for error and or excuses, okay? Also on this page, you'll notice notifications over here. So there's alerts. It will tell you if students have completed activities and not passed. It will tell you if students have not logged in a number of days. It will tell you if students have late assignments. And all you have to do is click and decide whether or not to accept them. It's really 2-3 easy clicks and then you're done. And you can control which assignments are accepted. And action items is if you have some items that require instructor grading, and we'll go over that in a second as well. So that's just the home page, okay, or again what they call today's view. I'm also going to click on assignment calendar here. An assignment calendar will show you really the bulk of the program, in my opinion. So here are your instructor resources all in one place, and then here's each chapter. So I will just click on chapter 2, for example, and this is everything that is included in chapter 2 alone. First is the readiness check. This is something that I think is really unique, special, and valuable about MySpanishLab. A lot of times you get complaints from language instructors that their students don't even know their primary language well. So to try and teach them a second language can be difficult when they haven't mastered that first language. So this readiness check builds those skills for them. So they can go in. I usually recommend assigning this maybe as homework following a chapter exam. So following the chapter exam, the students go home and they complete this readiness check. And what this is going to do is it's going to check their English skills to see if they have these foundation skills. Do you know what a pronoun is in English before I'm about to try and teach you a pronoun in Spanish, etc. So they can take this readiness check. And at the end of the readiness check, they can finish and submit it for grading. And it will give them work over here that they need to complete to build those skills. So if you do have students with weak English language skills, they can work on those outside of class. And then when they come into class for that first day covering this chapter, they will have those foundation skills to build on. Okay? So that is what the readiness check does. Next, we have the e-text activities, and that's just that. These are activities from the text itself, so it's really tying your program together. You can assign these as well. And here's the student activities manual. This is every single activity from the student activities manual. Now, over here, you'll see this little box means there's audio. If we scroll down a little bit, here you'll see some pencils, okay? If there's a pencil, that means that it's instructor graded. You will need to go into the program and grade that yourself. There are some open-ended questions, some short answers that you need to grade. You may or may not use those. It's up to instructors. Some instructors like to use those. A lot of instructors choose to use only the auto-graded ones. If there's not a pencil beside it, that means that the program will grade this automatically, and that score will automatically flow to your gradebook. Okay, so let's go in and look at one of these SAM activities. Okay, so here's an example of one. So the students would go in, and here's chapter 2, activity 2, Various descriptions are used to identify people in the cafe. Match each adjective below to its opposite. Okay, so we're working with opposites here. A few things to point out from this screen is while the students are completing their homework, they have all of these resources at their fingertips. It's not like the old paper book when all you have is that book and then your paper book next to it. You have tutorials, user guides, more resources, a glossary, a verb chart. This will link you to the pages in the e-text that cover this exact topic, okay? So if you need help with the activity, it's going to take them to the exact page in the e-text that they need. It'll give them a grammar tutorial on adjectives of nationality. Okay, so this applies directly to this activity. It's going to help them with vocabulary, etc. All this is right at their fingertips to help them when they're completing the work. Okay, so let's just go through and bomb this assignment very quickly. Okay, and submit it for grading. Okay, and once the students, oh wow, I really did bomb it. I got 0. This is what happens when you don't read the activity at all. Okay, so now the students are getting immediate feedback. So they're not, writing it in, putting it away, not thinking about it for a few days. They're getting immediate feedback. It tells them, well, in this case, that they got every single item wrong, okay? But you'll also notice this little thought bubble here. If the students click on that, it gives them feedback. It lets them know, okay, Rico, not the right answer, but it gives me the correct answer, and then it makes me think, what is the opposite of ugly? Okay, so feo is ugly. What the opposite? Bonito, pretty. Okay. So it's giving them feedback right at the point where they're completing the activity. Okay, so that's kind of how the SAM activities work. Now, just going down in order, next you'll see this little blue thing. Don't worry too much about that. What I showed you with the student activities manual was all of the activities. With this machine graded one, it's just taking out those ones that had the pencil beside it. So some professors just prefer to have it sorted out for them. I just don't use the ones with a pencil. I find that just as easy. So here is additional practice. Beyond what's in the student activities manual, here's more and more and more practice. AR verbs, ER verbs, IR verbs, conjugation, etc. All that. And after additional practice, our chapter resources. This, again, is just putting everything in one place right at you and your students' fingertips. So here's videos, the media files that go along with the chapter. Everything is right here. And assignable. So that's something I haven't shown you either. To assign is very easy. Okay, I want students to complete this for Monday. Boom. And there you go. And now it's assigned for Monday. With the student activities manual, usually I want the students to complete, more than one activity at a time. So let's see, I'm going to have them do all 4 of these, and I really like this one too. So I'm going to highlight those, click, and I'm going to make those due on Monday as well. And they will all flow there. So when the students click on that clock, when they log into MySpanishLab, here are all of their assignments. And all they have to do is then click there, and it will take them right to it. Okay? Okay, and I think that pretty much covers the bulk of it. If you have any questions, of course, just let me know. I will be happy to help. Do you see how this would be really helpful for you and your students?